Hello, yogis, yoga community. It's Courtney with Grand Park, and I just wanted to offer some desk yoga today. I thought that could be just a little variation on what we're doing. And we can still do a lot seated in a chair. We can still maybe start to incorporate some of these postures when we are working. You know, a lot of us might not have a full 45 minutes to practice. So I just wanted to offer this class some things, some physical movements, some meditation, some breath, just to help us feel more in our bodies. So if you're with me, come to a chair. If you need to move yourself in your space. And just make sure that when you sit in your chair that you're not doing the scrunching back thing that we often do. So see if you can sit up in yourself. So grounding your seat underneath your shoulders. And then taking your hands somewhere comfortable, maybe in your lap, maybe down on the chair. And then definitely make sure that you're settling your feet down on the earth. So if you can't quite reach the floor, you might scoot yourself up a little bit to really make sure that you're making contact with the earth. And then let's just arrive in our body. So the best way for me to arrive into the body is just to arrive in my breath. So just noticing where the breath is today. Maybe noticing if it's in the belly, if it's in the chest. And then seeing if there's any way to settle the breath into the base of your spine, into your belly, into your lungs. So starting to move the breath from your belly. Starting to sip in breath, starting to release breath. And just taking in slow, soft breath cycles. And noticing what happens when we draw ourselves into the here and the now. So from this space of your breath, flutter your eyes open. And we're just going to start with some neck and some shoulder stuff. I think we can always use some neck and shoulder stuff, yeah? All right, so let's take our shoulders up by the ears and then send the shoulders down away from your ears. So just moving into the space of your shoulders. And making sure that you're still finding those slow, soft breaths as you move here. And then we'll go ahead and take the direction the other way. So taking your shoulders up and around and down, and you can move a lot slower than I am, or maybe a little bit quicker, whatever feels good to you. From here, settle your shoulders down away from your ears. Visualize like you had two big stones on your shoulders. They were melting the shoulders down. And then tuck your chin into your chest. Release the back of your head. And then just deciding here, if this is enough, if you already feel some opening in the back of your neck, you're welcome to stay here. Or taking an interlace of your fingers and just putting a little bit of gentle pressure on the back of your head. And just make sure your shoulders aren't getting scrunchy up by your ears. From here, go ahead and release your hands down back to your thighs or to the chair. And we're just going to open in the throat a little bit here. So just looking up, sending your chin up for maybe the little crease of your ceiling. Again, imagine those stones on your shoulders, taking the shoulders away from your ears. And then take your head back in a neutral position. The left ear goes to the left shoulder. And then decide if that's enough. So keeping your right hand on your thigh, that might be enough. If you need a little bit more, you might let your hand kind of fall out. Let it be like a little ragdoll arm from your right shoulder. And then from here, take your chin back to stack over your chest. And then we'll take it to the other side. So right ear goes to the right shoulder. Maybe the left hand stays here. Maybe the left arm dangles. Take your head to stack back over your spine. Little movements left and right. So it might feel good to take a little pause in between. Keep those stones on your shoulder, those imaginary stones. And then we'll take our chin back to center. And then we're just going to make yes motions. So head falls back, chin falls to chest. Chin lifts tall, chin falls into chest. Few more rounds like this. And then from here, go ahead and close your eyes. Remember to settle the feet on the earth, settle your palms down on your thighs. Come back into the presence of your breath. And then we're just going to take 5 inhale, exhales together. So all you do is inhale when I say inhale, exhale when I say exhale. And let's just take 5 collective breaths together. Let your exhale come all the way out. And then through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. 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 Go ahead and open your eyes. Feel your space coming back into yourself. And then from here, we're going to take your right ankle and rest it over your left thigh. So we usually do this laying on our back in supine pose in a pigeon on our back, but we're just going to take it. This could be something you could do when you're working, when you're watching TV. It's a really nice way to find some opening in the right hip. And let's find I have a little piece of tape on my sock. Let's find a little flex of that right foot here. And then for most of us, we're just going to stay up because I'm already feeling a lot of stretch in the hip. If you, for some reason, are super open or you don't have to sit a lot and you have a lot of mobility in your hips, you could also kind of come to a forward fold, almost like little zombie arms coming to a fold. And that will create more opening in the hip. But for most of us, we'll stay up. Let's settle those shoulders down away from the ears. Think of your stones on your shoulders. Close your eyes here, and we're just going to take some breath into the space of our hip. So let your exhale come out. 5 breaths here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. 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 And then go ahead and open your eyes. We'll settle that right foot back onto the floor. And just maybe wiggle side to side, just feeling maybe a difference in your hips. And then we'll switch to the other side. So left foot crosses up and over your right thigh here. So figure 4. So this is option 1. I'm going to stay working up here. If you feel like you need a little bit more space, you could just put some weight forward. So that's going to create some more pull, more resistance in the left hip. So you could just kind of come to hang here. You could also take your zombie arms and forward fold. Most of us will stay up. Little flex of your left foot, shoulders away from the ears, our little imaginary stones resting down on the shoulders. And then go ahead and close your eyes here. We'll take our 5 breaths into the space of the left hip. So let your exhale come out. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Through the nose, inhale. Through the nose, exhale. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Through your nose, inhale. Through your nose, exhale. Flutter your eyes open. Replace your left foot down next to your right. We're going to take a little interlace of our hands and we're just going to roll the wrists. So just finding some heat, some mobility in our wrists. Start to take your wrists in the opposite little wave. And then from here, take your right hand out like you're saying, like stop. And then you're going to take your left hand and gently, very, very gently, maybe starting to pull the space of your fingers back. If you need more space or more stretch in your wrist, that actually might be enough stretch to just have your stop motion, keep your shoulders away from the ears, or a little bit of pressure on your fingertips here. How's your breath? Soft, full breaths. We'll release that. We'll stop with the left hand. So keep pressing the palm forward, keep your shoulder down, and then option to stay here, or if you want to add a little bit, a gentle pull of the fingers towards the face. Take a couple more soft, full breaths into your wrist. From here, release that. We're going to come into what's called balloon breath. So make sure you have enough space if you're actually sitting at your desk like me. Make sure that you're away from your desk a little bit. And this is just going to be an inhale. We spread our arms wide. We send our shoulder blades in towards one another. And then we exhale. It's almost like cat-cow. We're going to kind of give ourselves a hug and round in our spine. So here we go. Exhale comes out. Inhale, spread the arms wide. Lift up in your chest. Exhale, cross one arm over the other, round in your back like you're giving yourself a nice squeeze. Inhale, open it up, send your heart through. Exhale, other arm crosses in front, round in your spine. Give yourself a little squeeze. Inhale, arms spread wide. Exhale, give yourself a squeeze. One more round. Inhale, arms spread wide, heart lifts. Exhale, give yourself a squeeze around in your back. The last one. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, round in your spine. Really nice. Find your tall spine. We're going to do something just to work our eyes a little bit. And this can be really good if you're staring at a screen a lot. This is like a nice little break that you can do to strengthen your eyes. So if you're looking at your screen, look away from your screen. Just listen to my voice. And I want you to look out, preferably maybe out a window, but if you don't have a window in your space, just looking out as far into the room as you can see. And focus your drishti on that point. So just settle your eyes on that spot. Take a couple breaths, just looking as far out as you can. And then from here, bring your gaze back to the screen. What we're going to do is we're going to do little movements with our eyes. So go ahead and look up to eye level, so probably away from the screen. And you're just going to look up towards the left, almost like there was like a little, I don't know, spot on the ceiling or something. And then look back down to center. Look up to the right. Look back down to center. This time we're going to look down to the left. Look back up to center. Look down to the right. Look back up to center. We're going to do it one more time. Look up to the left. Look back down to center. Look up to the right. Look back to center. Look down to the left. Look back to center. Look down to the right. Look back to center. So that might be a nice little, that only took us like a minute to do. That might be a nice thing just to give your eyes a little break from the glare and from the screen. Okay. Next up, we're going to come into some breath work. So settle yourself into your seat. Settle your feet onto the ground if they've crept up in a different way. And then from here, close your eyes or take a soft gaze at the floor. We're gonna do alternate nostril breathing. So you're gonna take your right thumb, place it against your right nostril to close the right nostril. You're gonna have your pointer finger and your middle finger on standby. And then as you inhale, breathe in through your left nostril for 2, 3, 4. Close your left nostril, exhale out the right for 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale right, 2, 3, 4. A few more rounds. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, left. 2, 3, 4. Really nice. Let that go. Close your eyes. Maybe notice the benefits of some controlled breath work. From here, flutter your eyes open, interlace your hands, send your interlace away from the body, and then keeping as much bend in your elbows as you need, take your arms up and overhead. So the palms are up in your interlace, and then you might stay here or you might start to extend your arms to any amount. So shoulders stay away from the ears. Keep your seat grounded underneath your shoulders. This is a really nice stretch you could do at any point when you need a break in your day. And then keeping your seat grounded into your chair, reach up and over towards the left. So just getting some space in the right side body, sorry. So reaching up and over to the left. Inhale back to center. We'll switch to the other side. So reaching up and over to the right any amount. Keep grounded in your seat. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale back to center. Hands come down on the thighs. We're going to come into a really gentle twist. Twisting is a really great thing to do for our spine, for our low back. So we're going to take the left hand to your right thigh. And then maybe if you have an armrest, you'll take your right hand to the armrest, or you can take your right hand to the base of your spine. So you should be sitting up enough into the front of the chair. We're not leaning back into the chair. So sitting up into the front of the chair with the feet down. So maybe you can reach behind yourself on the chair. And in our twist, we always want to find a lot of length before we find the twist. So keeping your seat grounded into the chair. The left hand is outside the right thigh. See if you can grow your heart and the top of your head away from your tailbone. And then maybe you stay here. Maybe it's a super gentle twist today. If you feel like you might have a little bit more room, gentle pressure of your left hand into your right thigh. And then twist from your back. Don't twist from your neck or your shoulders. Twist from your back. Maybe starting to look toward your right shoulder. So not jerking the neck, but just finding a twist here. Finding that length. Head reaching away from tailbone. How's your breath here? So twisting can make us breathe not as fully. So can you find more breath? On your exhale, release yourself forward. Re-ground your seat into the chair, and we'll switch to the other side. So we'll take our right hand outside the left thigh, and then we'll either take that left hand to the armrest or to the base of the spine behind us. Shoulders away from the ears, and we're finding lots of tall length. So head reaching away from tail. Maybe a little bit of gentle pressure of your right hand on your left thigh. And then twisting gently from your back, start to send maybe your gaze back towards your left shoulder. But we're finding the height and the length more than we're finding the twist. How's your breath? As you exhale, release yourself forward, just finding a neutral spine. We're going to take the hands down to the kneecaps, and we're going to come in for cat-cow here. So usually we do this on hands and knees, but the hands are on the knees. This could be a nice thing just to kind of move in your spine if you're sitting a lot in the day. So hands are on the knees. And then you're going to gently pull into the knees as you pull the heart through. Start to take your shoulder blades, look up. And then exhale, round in your back. Keep that kind of gentle pull on the knees. Chin comes into your chest. A few more rounds. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, curling in your spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more rounds. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cat. Taking a couple big breaths here. And of course, bend your knees as much as you need. Notice if you're holding your head up in any way, let it go. And then pressing into your feet, roll yourself up nice and slow. We're going to switch the cross of the legs. So here the right leg comes up and over. So we're crossing at the legs. And then to any amount, we'll start to fold. So you could keep your hands at your hips if your fingertips don't reach the earth. You could grab opposite elbow, bend your knees a whole lot. If your hips are tight or you don't quite have the mobility here, be gentle with yourself. Find your breath. I notice that I'm holding my head up, so I'm going to let my head go. Even I have to remind myself all the time. From here, start to roll yourself up nice and slow. And then we're going to take legs up the desk, legs up the chair. I'm going to show you on the chair. The chair can be a nice thing to use. So you'll want to remember how we always kind of come in close here? You're going to want to come in close, either to your desk, the wall. You could do traditional legs up the wall, but here's legs up the chair. So we're just going to send the legs up, and instead, I hope you can see me here. You can see what my legs are doing. Usually we have the legs up. Of course, you can take your legs up the wall if you like that pose. You could also just rest your calves down on the chair. So I really like this variation, because it just gives us an inversion without having to do any work. And it's really nice to just kind of feel like the calves are floating in space. So see if you can really let your calves rest on your chair here. Maybe take your hands on your belly, maybe take your hands to your heart. And I'm just going to be quiet, giving us the space of a couple minutes here to just rest our calves on the chair. And of course, you can come up to traditional legs up the wall. So I'm going to show that variation for those of you who want that, and then I'll give us that space. So either staying with the calves on the chair, or I'm going to come to tuck myself into my desk, and then I'll send my legs up this way. So any way where you can get your feet or your knees above your hips. And then we'll just rest here for a couple minutes. So coming back into the space of your breath. We'll gently start to move out of this pose. So being really soft with yourself as you come out, pressing yourself up. And then we're going to come back to our seat. So coming back into your chair. Resting your hips down, settling your palms either down or up on your thighs. And I'm just going to talk us through a little guided meditation. So it really helps to find length in your spine to choose a seat. So allowing your hips to rest under your shoulders, stacking your head along your spine, on top of your tailbone. And then I'll invite you here to close your eyes. Feel your body breathing. And for our guided meditation today, we're going to work with the idea of a mantra. So the actual Sanskrit word man means mind, and tra means like a vehicle or a transport. So we're transporting our mind to a pattern so that we remember and resume that state of being. So here we'll just start by doing a scan of your body, maybe noticing where you're holding tension, where you feel tired, where you feel energized or open. And I want you to tune in to any part of your body that does feel tight or tired. It could be like a physical exhaustion, but it could also just be like a sadness in your heart or a loneliness in the pit of your belly. Whatever it is, we're going through really challenging times right now. Let's be soft with ourselves. It could just be, my neck is sore. It could just be, my wrists are sore. Whatever it is, just identify a part of your body that either feels emotionally stuck, or physically tight or tired. And we're going to root our mantra that we're going to come up with in this area. So we're going to work with the phrase I have, and then we'll all fill in the blank, and I'll talk us through what that looks like. So settle into that area of your body or that area of your heart or spirit, and ask yourself what you need there. So what does your shoulder need? What does your heart need? See if you can get that into one word. So does your heart need joy? Does your mind need a break? Does an area of your body need strength? See if you can get it to one simple, powerful word. And then we're just going to attach the phrase I have in front of that word that you're choosing. So a mantra, this vehicle of the mind, is I have, fill in the blank of the word. What do you need? I have. And it's really helpful and powerful if you don't feel like you have it. So it's really powerful to keep visualizing and calling this in. So we'll all have a different phrase we're working with. Center your awareness on that part of the body or your heart that needs this thing. And on your inhale, you'll say the phrase, I have. You'll say it in your mind. And on your exhale, you'll fill in that blank with what you need. So I have joy, I have strength, I have support. Whatever it is, start to breathe it in, I have. Exhale the word that you need. We'll stay here for about a minute, breathing in, I have, exhaling with our word. That will be our mantra for our meditation. If you've forgotten, we're inhaling, I have. We're exhaling on that word we're calling in. A few more rounds like this. I have on your inhale, fill in your word. Take one more inhale, I have. Exhale that word. And then just letting that phrase go, letting the body fill back in with breath. From here, closing the eyes again if they're not already. And we're just going to allow the top of the head to release, the face, the jaw, the shoulders, if it helps to think of those stones on the shoulders. We're releasing in the arms and the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, and the hands. Releasing and opening across the space of your heart, in the pit of your belly, letting your stomach expand in and out freely. Letting your back go, letting your seat hold you up, letting your sit bones ground down. Letting your thighs release, the knees and the feet. Letting your toes be soft, the hands are soft. And we'll just finish sitting in the experience of our body, of this moment and breath for about a minute. So just being here, being inside yourself in your breath for a minute. Keeping your eyes closed, just start to bring some more awareness to your breath. Draw your hands in a gesture of prayer at your heart. And we're going to finish our practice together with 3 rounds of humming. This is a really beautiful way to settle the nervous system. And you can do this anytime. You could do this while you're making your coffee in the morning, while you're in the shower. It's just a really nice way to harmonize your body into the moment. So we'll take a big inhale, and then on our exhale, we'll take a long hum, almost like you were singing through the back of your throat. So let your exhale come out. Deep inhale through your nose. Let it fall away. Deep inhale through your nose. Let it go. Deep inhale through your nose. Let it go. Let your breath come back in however it wants. Draw your prayer up to the space in between your forehead, your inner wisdom, into the wisdom of your heart. Maybe sending out some of this space and love to the world that needs us. Thank you all so much for being here, for being with me on an experiment in chair yoga. I hope you feel a little softer and more open in your body, and I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. I'm so glad we can be here as a community. Thank you all. Be well, and I'll see you again real soon.